The window the Lakers were waiting for to complete their roster around Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves has finally opened. The name currently being considered is Herb Jones, but the main news isn't just the interest, but the drastic drop in the forward's value in New Orleans. With only 28% perimeter shooting this season and the rise of Saddiq Bey, what was once an impossible target has now become a market opportunity for Rob Pelinka. Hey, Lakers fam! Check out what Rob Pelinka might be cooking up for the next offseason. Everyone knows that ever since Luka Doncic arrived to run the show alongside our eternal Austin Reeves, the front office has been hunting for that missing piece to complete the Dallas 2.0 in Los Angeles, an elite 3-and-D wing. And the name of the hour who has been on our radar for a long time is Herb Jones. The hot news is that, although we couldn't close the deal at the 2026 trade deadline, the scenario for the summer has shifted completely in our favor. The reason? Herb Jones is going through a very rough patch in New Orleans. His numbers have dropped to 8.9 points and a shooting percentage of just 28.9% from the perimeter this season. For a guy who was once first-team All-Defense and flirted with 40% from three, this drop is drastic. But for us, that's music to our ears. With his production down and Saddiq Bey playing lights out for the Pelicans, becoming the new fan favorite over there, Herb Jones' trade value has deflated. What insider Chris Lambert mentioned makes perfect sense. What seemed impossible before, due to the high asking price, could now become a reality with a generous discount. Just imagine the fit. Luka creating the plays, Reeves punishing from the perimeter, and Herb Jones, even in a bad offensive year, coming in to be that defensive tick we haven't had since the 2020 bubble. He's the type of player who solves the point of attack problem and allows our offense to shine without fearing the defensive end. The window is open, the cap space is there, and the target is vulnerable. If Pelinka plays his cards right, this defensive reinforcement could be the turning point to chase the ring in 2027. So, do you think Herb Jones gets his shot back under the LA lights? Or is the risk too high based on what he showed this year? What gets us most excited about this story isn't just the guy's talent, but the strategic context. If you think about it, the Lakers are in a clear transition to the Luka era, with LeBron dealing with elbow pain and his 41-year-old legs. Feeling the weight, the front office knows they can't overburden the king on defense anymore. That's where Herb Jones comes in as the perfect shield. He would arrive to do the dirty work, allowing Doncic to focus 100% on dictating the offensive rhythm and Austin Reeves to continue his absurd evolution as a secondary scorer, dropping 20-plus a night. The big catch here is the timing. Chris Lambert from Lake Show Life hit the nail on the head. Herb's value has dropped so much that he's become the classic buy low target. While other teams might be wary of his missing jumper, the Lakers have the advantage of already having an offensive system that generates the most wide-open shots in the league thanks to Luka. If he goes back to shooting the 40% he did 2 years ago, it's a steal. If he stays in the 30s, he's still one of the top 5 perimeter defenders in the NBA, which already solves half of our problems. Furthermore, the rise of Saddiq Bey in New Orleans, who recently dropped 42 points and is playing at his peak, gives the Pelicans the comfort to say goodbye to a fan favorite to seek pieces they need more, like draft picks or an elite backup center. For us, keeping an eye on maintaining salary flexibility to try something even bigger in the future. Hello, Giannis rumors. Herb Jones' contract is a bargain for what he delivers on the court. He's the kind of complementary piece that transforms a playoff team into a title team. The question remaining for the offseason is, would you give up Dalton Knecht and a first-round pick to secure this lockdown on our wing? Or do you prefer to save your chips for a bigger fish? My honest opinion as someone who bleeds purple and gold, we need to close this deal yesterday. Look at the scenario. We are living the Luka era in LA, which is an incredible privilege, but we know that Doncic and Austin Reeves aren't exactly known for being ticks on perimeter defense. We have an offense that flows like music, but when push comes to shove, we lack that guy who points at the other team's best player and says, "Not today." Herb Jones is exactly that guy. And the fact that he's having a down season with the Pelicans is the stroke of luck Rob Pelinka needed. Why I'm in favor, even with the risks. The Luka effect. Many people are scared of Herb's 28% from three this year, but let's be real. In the Pelican system, he often has to create or shoot at the end of the shot clock. With Luka drawing triple teams, Herb will have the most open shots of his career. If he gets back to 35 to 37%, it's already enough to punish defenses. Defensive identity. Our defense is struggling. LeBron, at 41 and dealing with physical issues, needs to be preserved. Having Herb Jones on the roster allows the King to play like a free safety on defense, reading plays, while Herb shuts down the opposing point guard. It's the balance we've lacked in recent postseasons. A mother of a contract. Getting an elite defender, all-defensive first team for around $14 million is a rarity these days. This maintains our flexibility for the Giannis dream, or to renew key pieces without blowing the cap. My only hesitation, the only thing that hurts, is what we'd have to send back. If the Pelicans ask for Dalton Knecht, I confess I'd hesitate. The kid has a very special trigger, and the Lakers need pure shooters. But if the deal is built around future draft picks, 2031 or something like that, and expiring contracts like Rui Hachimura or Gabe Vincent, I wouldn't think twice. The Lakers can't afford to waste Luka's prime years. If Herb Jones is on sale, you buy. He's the type of player who doesn't show up at the top of the box score, but is the one who wins playoff games with a steal or a block in the final second.